Good evening and welcome to eNews. I'm Shahan Ramkisoon. It's great to have you with us. Our top stories tonight. The death toll in Mozambique climbs to 417 as the country struggles to recover from Cyclone Idai's destruction. Close to 50 children suffer amid claims of mismanagement at a home care centre in KwaZulu-Natal. And South Africa backs Bafana Bafana as they seek to qualify for the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. We start with this. The official death toll in Mozambique now stands at 417 as relief trickles into the cyclone-ravaged country. Heavy rainfall is causing flooding, hampering efforts to relocate people in affected areas. Idai lashed the Mozambican port city of Beira last week before moving to Zimbabwe and Malawi. Gerard Pretorius filed this report.
Rescue teams in Mozambique are taking turns to assist people stuck on roofs and in trees. Thousands have been left homeless after the massive storm Idai hit the country. Rescue workers say working under these circumstances are tough.
The most difficult part is when we airlift people from rooftops and who are stuck in trees for days. And what we have experienced now is currently there's a huge amount of snakes that are also finding safe haven in trees, and that creates a challenge for us and also a danger to the rescuers that are currently there.
We went in with small boats, tried to save people out of trees and off of buildings, but the current was extremely strong. It was very dangerous for our guys. We were able to get about 23 people out that evening.
The United Nations says it will send aid to around 600,000 people who've been affected by the floods. In the city of Beira itself, thousands of buildings have been destroyed. Residents say their homes have been razed and there are barely any services.
I'm living in the building. All glass window, they were broken, and the window also, the wind get inside and start blocking my equipment inside.
The people from Beira are slowly starting to clean up the city and rebuild their lives. Gerard Pretorius, Mozambique.
Back home now, a children's home in KwaZulu-Natal, KwaZulu-Natal is under investigation. Around 50 children living there, but it's in really bad and appalling conditions. The provincial government is investigating the centre. Tuba Vilane has more.
The centre is home to 48 physically challenged children and youth. They all came here hoping for good care, but that's not happening.
Izinto esikhuluma ngazo yilezi nje iphonje ekulala kuzona izingane sizamile ukufihla ngoba phela senzela amehla abantu, but iyona into engasijabulisi iphonje ekulala zona izingane izinto ezikanje. Sikhala kakhulu futhi imishini asinayo, ningabona nje londolo ukuthi kunjani gcwele izingubo namanje umshini munye nawo ukuwasha okungawashi.
Kusinga isikhathi noma kuthiwa sifuna imali yokuthi sihambe ziye kodokotela kuthiwa imali ayikho.
And sometimes children go to bed with empty stomachs.
Isikhathi esikhulu zike zidle isoup uphele 2 weeks zidle isoup. Zidle mini, zidle ntambama, zilale ngayo. Ziphinde zidle into fruit nje aziyazi. Zazi kwa fruit, azikwazi nje ukudla okunempilo, ziphekelwa noma yini ngoba kuthiwa asikhulumi, ziphekeleni vela zazi lutho.
The centre has over 30 support staff, but it seems none of them want to be here.
Nebhodi umasiza nezikhalazo zethu liyasilahle. Inkosi uqobo sazihambisa izikhalazo enkosini. Inkosi ayibukelanga thina izohlala phansi nathi.
The Provincial Department of Social Development pays the home at least 1.4 million rand a year.
When we were alerted of these allegations, we immediately sent out a team to do an in-depth investigation.
Tuba Vilane, Zimbabwe, KwaZulu-Natal.
A group of black female academics is calling for an inquiry into sexual violence against staff and students at universities. They say institutions clearly cannot be trusted even when implementing their own policies on gender-based violence. Zikhona Chona has this story.
Really want to have sex with me. So why?
This week's episode of Checkpoint on ETV told the story of a former university lecturer who allegedly sexually assaulted students in exchange for marks. The man worked at some of the country's top universities. He resigned from the University of Fort Hare last year after being found guilty of sexual assault. Now, a group of academics calling themselves Black women, gender non-binary people and allies in higher education in South Africa has written to Higher Education Minister Naledi Pandor calling for action. They want a national inquiry into gender-based violence at institutions of higher learning. Dr. Babalwa Makokwana, a lecturer at Nelson Mandela University, is one of them.
What we are saying in that letter, we are saying that we need to have a national conversation within higher education where we set up structures from the highest level of the Office of Higher Education and to start blacklisting the people who have been found guilty, to have a register of people who have committed the offense, to have a nationwide inquiry on the extent and the scope of the problem.
The academics say sexual violence has become normalized at universities and the institutions are failing to deal with the crimes.
The offices, most of the time, that tend to deal with these kinds of offenses, they tend to be under-resourced and incapacitated.
Another academic says women don't report offenses for fear of being victimized.
In the case of sexual violation, the responsibility is being placed on the victim to prove that she was sexually violated. And that secondary victimization, many women just do not report because they don't want to go through that whole process.
The minister's spokesperson says she will study the academics' letter and see what can be done to address the concerns raised. Zikhona Chona, Johannesburg.
A new video game called Rape Day is being slammed, developed by a gaming company called Desk Plant. It gives players the chance to be a serial rapist. Michael Apple takes a look, and please note the following content contains graphic and offensive images.
According to the developers, Rape Day is a choose-your-own-adventure visual novel. It contains violence, sexual assault, non-consensual sex or rape, necrophilia, incest, and murdering a baby. In the About This Games section, you'll read it's based around a dangerous rapist in a lawless society, allowing the gamer to skip the foreplay and enjoy their rape day. The game was launched on the 6th of March.
Unsurprisingly, reaction to the release of the game was swift, with some gaming platforms banning it. In South Africa, where violence against women and rape is endemic, the release of the game's been met with outrage.
We feel the game is totally unacceptable and undermines the lives of women, especially in a country like South Africa, where the stats of gender-based violence are so bad. So we really want to make a difference, and we want to call out to the nation to support our petition.
Avon, which is reportedly one of the biggest direct selling companies in South Africa, recently pledged its support for the 1,000 Woman Trust petition. It's calling for a change in legislation to ban any game that promotes violence against women.
The game developers argue that the game is based or targeted at only 4% of the global population who are psychopaths. And we believe, if you give that kind of material to psychopaths, you should expect the worst. And that's why we are strongly petitioning against this game.
The game's website says its fictional visual novel has been banned, while the Communist Manifesto, which it says killed millions of people, is sold freely. It says the banning is as a result of modern-day cry bullies and offers 2 torrents where the game can be downloaded for free. South Africa's rape statistics are staggering. About 40,000 rapes were reported in the country per year over the last 2 financial years. 110 rape cases are recorded daily. with about 70 people being raped per 100,000 in the country. The petition will be handed to various departments, including the Office of the Minister of Women in the Presidency, Batibile Dlamini, on Friday. The 1,000 Women Trust also plans to share it with the United Nations. Michael Apple, Johannesburg.
Coming up, Al-Shabaab militants strike in Somalia's capital, killing 9 people, one of them a top official in the country. Welcome back. Mkanda residents in the Eastern Cape finally have water again. NGO Gift of the Givers has drilled various boreholes. The water is being processed to make it safe to drink.
After weeks of waiting, finally the people of Mkanda have water. Gift of the Givers has broken ground on boreholes. The water has been tested, purified, and declared fit for human consumption.
I'm very happy, very excited. It's actually a great day for Mkanda and that we are now getting water. I'm sure the residents are going to be happy. If the residents are happy, I'm happy.
According to the mayor, the drought-stricken town will soon have enough water.
In total, we have got about 80,000 people in Mkanda, and this particular one that we're sitting at about 6,000 people that will benefit from this particular borehole. We are looking at developing about 20 boreholes in Mkanda in total. That will give us about 5 million litres of water per day.
But the municipality is warning water must still be used sparingly as dam levels in the area remain low.
We've got the 2 pumps or pumping at James Kleinhans, which means we now, for the first time in many years, the biggest reservoir is full. But the problem is Mkanda West, which is feeding from the Settlers Dam and the Howison-Spoor Dam. Now that is the dams, or that are the dams that are going to dry up. And that is why we will then have to augment water from the James Kleinhans to Mkanda West, and where water then will be scarce because Mkanda is using 18 megalitres of water per day.
Meyering says the boreholes are only a temporary solution. Gift of the Givers is currently busy transporting the water to various parts of town. Water points have been erected near suburbs so residents don't have to walk far.
Now, singer and songwriter Ed Sheeran is back in the country for his first ever South African tour. He was, of course, here in December last year for the Global Citizen Festival. Linda Kuhle-Kulu is outside the FNB Stadium and joins us now live. So, Linda, I'm thinking you're going to have lots of people packing that stadium, waiting to sing Thinking Out Loud.
In fact, Shahan, a lot of people trickling in right now, and we're getting some of the latecomers notoriously late. But I'll just speak to them about, what they're expecting inside. You guys, relax, no need to be nervous. But just take me through. What are you expecting inside there? What are you excited about?
We're mostly excited about Ed Sheeran. I really want to hear his actual voice from Auto-Tune. Yeah, I really love him and everything. He's just amazing.
All right. What are you expecting to see from his performance? What are you looking forward to?
A lot of dances, some nice songs.
Yeah?
Looking forward to a good time.
All right. Why are you guys late? It's the parents, isn't it?
It's the parents.
Yeah, parents.
All right, Shahan. I'm just going to have a song list-a-thon, if that is a word. But I'll just kneel down here, and my man said he's going to give me all of the songs, all of the names of the songs. But just give me the songs that you know of Ed Sheeran.
Okay. I know Shape of You and Perfect.
Only those two?
Yes.
You said we were going to have a song-a-thon. What's happening?
No. I don't say anything about that.
But are you excited? Let me bring you in here. Are you excited to see Ed Sheeran?
I'm super excited. He's one of my favorite fans.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Okay, Shahan, very excited fans here. But of course, this comes at the backdrop of that security concern as well as load shedding. And of course, getting to that serious business, we understand there is contingency plans that are put in place. And of course, they said that Eskom is not going to be the one providing the power here. So power outages are not the concern. And there are several police vans deployed around the area to ensure that, there is safety in the area. But as you can see, these fans very much excited about seeing Ed Sheeran and hearing his voice outside Auto-Tune, as she said.
All right, so are you guys going to sing us out of that live of yours? Linda, I heard you earlier, so you have to give our eNews viewers that as well.
All right, we'll try to sing. What do you guys want to sing? I'll join you guys.
Shape of you.
Okay, let's start. I'll take cue from you.
Wait, what do we sing?
Shape of you.
Oh.
Okay, 1, 2. The club
is
the best place to find a lover, and bars where I go.
Me and my friends at the base of the shops, drinking fast and then we talk slow.
All right. You continue. One more. Shahan, I'm afraid that's all we have. I don't know that particular song, but it's back to you for now.
All right, thanks for that. Appreciate it. Have some fun a bit later on, of course. Linda Kutle-Kulu is at Ed Sheeran's concert. Now, he mentioned load shedding, that particular stadium not powered by Eskom, but here's some good news for you this evening. At 11 o'clock tonight, Eskom will stop load shedding. In a statement, Eskom says improvements in the performance of the power system will most likely result in load shedding being stopped before then. For now, no load shedding is expected tomorrow. A round of applause for Eskom. International news now. Al-Shabaab militants have stormed a government building in Somalia, murdering at least 9 people. One of those killed is a deputy minister. The militants detonated a suicide car bomb in central Mogadishu. Al-Shabaab has been trying to topple the Somali government since 2011. After the break, Candace has your weather details, and then South African art originals are fetching top dollar from foreign buyers.
It's been a warm Saturday across South Africa, and overnight we'll see some fog move in along the west coast. We're also expecting morning fog and drizzle along the northeastern escarpment, with a sunny and hot day for the Northern Cape. Thundershowers will start up quite early on in the day for the Free State and the Eastern Cape, spreading through to the Highveld as the day continues, and we'll see some light rain over the southern parts in the second part of the day. In the Northern Cape, you'll see another sunny and hot afternoon for Uppington and Prieska at 37, with a few thundershowers over the southeastern part of the province. In the Western Cape, Cape Town and Longabon top 26 with partly cloudy and warm weather. You'll see a bit of light rain over the southern part of the province, with most of those highs in the mid-20s. A hot afternoon is in store throughout the Eastern Cape, with up to a 60% chance of thunderstorms and a watch of the possibility of severe thunderstorm developments. Umtata at 33 degrees. Durban and Richards Bay should remain dry at 30 and 32, with isolated thundershowers as we head further inland. You'll also see isolated thundershowers and highs heading into the middle and upper 20s over the central and western part of Mpumalanga, with a bit of light rain for Bombela at 29 degrees. The morning starts off with some fog and drizzle in Thohoyandou and Tzaneen with a high of 29, partly cloudy and warm for Polokwane at 28. A few thundershowers could pop up in northwest on Sunday, with most maximum temperatures at around 30 degrees. Up to a 60% chance of thunderstorms is forecast in the Free State, Bloemfontein topping 28. Gauteng can expect another warm afternoon on Sunday, 28 for Johannesburg and Vereeniging. Pretoria topping 30 degrees with up to a 40% chance of thundershowers. Thundershowers continue over the eastern part of South Africa on Monday, with cooler weather over the western and southern parts and the possibility of rain along the south coast. By Tuesday, we'll see rain from George all the way through to Richards Bay, with warmer temperatures expected in the west. That's all from the Weather Centre. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Now, foreign buyers are flocking to Cape Town to secure art. South Africa is one of the continent's art powerhouses, offering a booming gallery scene, and auctioneers are smiling all the way to the bank.
12,800,000. 13 million.
It's not a typical Monday afternoon. Eager art collectors from America and Europe are in Cape Town in search of deals. At this venue, works by several South African heavyweights such as Stern, Gerald Sekoto and Alexis Prela are on display. And bidding reaches new highs as collectors phone in from as far as Chile and Canada, competing against each other and the audience. The day-long sale sees over 600 lots sold, and there's a wide range of items. It's the first time that a local art auction achieves sales of more than 100 million rand in one day,
which is a record for South Africa and for Africa as a continent. And I think it bodes extremely well for the future of African and South African art. So we are absolutely delighted.
Stern's paintings took the top 3 spots by value, with the highest bidder paying just over 20 million rand for her work, Arab. The painting, still in its original carved wooden frame, is a previously unrecovered portrait of an Omani nobleman and shows an elderly man with a grey beard and colourful turban on his head. South Africa's art market is valued at around 2 to 3 billion rand a year.
Wow, I should have become an artist. From me, Shahan Ramki soon, and the rest of the team, take care and thanks for watching.